HiLo. Let's shuffle up and deal, please. Still on level 13, blinds are 2,000, 4,000.
There you have it. The last introductions from Teresa Nusianen, our tournament director. And this is the continuation of the event number 9, ring event number 9, 660 euros, PLO HiLo, PLO 8. 24 players remaining, and we just had a redraw on 24. So this is our new feature table, and we do have the outer table as well running for you. So you can watch both these streams, but on the outer table there will not be any hole cards shown. But I can tell you that if you are watching the outer table, I'll tell you the names right away, because then you might write it down and have it for yourselves. We have on the outer table in seat number 1, Ville Oskariturja, and seat 2, Jonas Neukirch, Germany. Third seat, familiar guy, Igor Pihila Jr. this time. Fourth seat, Martin Lategi, who was on the feature table right before the break. And then empty seat 5, and sixth seat is Max Sanders. Friend of yours, right, Josh? Sorry, George?
George, absolutely right.
And seat number 7 on the outer table, that's Henrik Puja. But that's the outer table. Now we're concentrating back on the main feature table, where we have another friend of yours, Josh Stewart, JJ, has raised it up.
Yeah,
and
getting in there with a nice
2
hand.
callers, right?
I was surprised that Gronvik just called the button here. I thought he might have wanted to push some equity there. It's pretty premium. Ace, King, Queen, Deuce.
Yeah. And we have 2 suites on this feature table now. And haven't seen many suites on these final tables throughout the week, but now maybe aiming towards one. Both Gronvik and also William Hallenstam is on the table, but right now the action is on Josh. And neither player has the flush draw, although Lanemets has a lot of straight outs here and low draw, but it's Josh leading out. Pair of 6s, ace 4 low as well. Gronvik, not low, ace deuce.
Yeah, this is why I would have 3-bet with his hand pre, because now he's in a 3-way spot and he's only got a half a hand.
Yeah.
Whereas it would have been easier to navigate in a heads up. He could have pushed it on the flop and tried to get a hand like Josh's to fold, but
So now they all stay in, and they're building quite the pot here now.
Action here. King on the turn hits Gronvik, so he's got top pair, as well as the nut lows. So what a card for him. I think Josh will be, or should be, hitting the brakes now. Yeah.
Exit.
Sure, he knows that his.
You can see that Josh has a big stack as well. Both Lanemets and Josh are well over 300, and Gronvik just 100k, committing 35 of those. Is it?
Milky sizing from Gronvik here, as he knows if someone else has ace deuce, he's got them essentially drawing very thin.
Yeah, 30k was the bet even. So yeah, small bet. Lanemets. Many outs, staying in. Josh now doesn't have much to the board. Lets it go. So then, Lanemets, will he find his straight?
Yeah, that's what he needs, because he's dead for. Oh, that's a 3, so he improves to winning the high.
Yeah. You can see the check mark on the high for Lanemets and on the low for Gronvik.
And is he going to go for the lead jam here and try and get his opponent to fold a better low? That's exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah. Gronvik though committed half his stack and calling it off, and sees the good news, you had to say, that it's a split.
Yeah, good news slash bad news, because he had him pretty cooked up to that point.
Yeah.
He did have the straight draws, obviously, but on the turn, the wrap there.
Yeah. I'll be disappointed with the river, Gronvik, but still happy that it at least gets half the pot, that it wasn't the case that Lanemets has an ace deuce himself.
I was hoping for a black deuce. That was my favorite. Mine too.
Josh and Lanemets hoping for black deuce on the river. But Grönvik blocking one of those.
Black deuce was the shout. Didn't come as Grönvik had the deuce of clubs and the nut low, of course, holding up for him.
Here we have the full feature table with Lanemets up in front, Estonian, 97 bigs, and Svetanov, who we had on the table for the break as well.
Yeah.
The bottom with 11 bigs.
Modosov's, who's been
back.
He's been busy. He was here earlier for the day 2 of the 1500 main event. We played down to 60 players there,
Yeah.
and they've all bagged up for day 3. They'll be coming back in around about 13 hours or so. We're
Yeah.
going to be continuing the coverage there, but
We'll see if we're still here with the HiLo then.
we could be, yeah, just another chop pot. So let's see if we have any luck on that one. Otherwise, it could be a Red Bull and straight back into the booth.
Yeah. Now then, this
Yeah,
Morozov's back to act, folding. Josh. Mr. Floor shirt gets out of the way, but William Hallenstam likes the ace deuce deuce, the ducks.
Yeah, he's got the sporty looking shirt.
Yeah,
going.
for sure. Looks like he's fresh from the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Grönvik is out. Lanemets. Nice hand. He would have liked to do some clubs maybe to go with it, but fairly okay hand, and he's calling. So heads up then. Sweden versus Estonia. Oh, look at that for a flop.
What a flop. What a flop for Lanemets again. Finding a strong hand here. He's got low
Trapping
draw.
with a check.
Mm-hmm.
And these are two big stacks up against each other, so... Oh,
Wow.
no.
Now it's set on set.
Set on set. And trouble for Hallenstam.
Definitely. Looks like he's just going to continue with a call, I'd imagine, seeing as he doesn't really have a low draw.
Yeah. Oh, lays it
Wow,
down.
he folds a set. That's incredible. I wasn't expecting to see that whatsoever, but thinking, well, it could be behind in the high, and if I'm up against 3-5, I've got very little equity. I can only win half of the pot with the board pair, so a
Yeah,
little bit
discipline lay down for William Hallenstam.
was correct on this occasion.
As you can see, we're approaching the next level. I'll play a hand or two more on this one, and then we go opening the blinds a bit. But still 24 players. As we get a dealer change. Now then, the
Yeah.
board Josh.
Josh Stewart, or JJ as we're calling him tonight by
Yeah,
the looks of
apparently
things.
it's JJ. Sounds more boy bandish.
Does a little bit, doesn't it? Sounds a bit more camp. So Hallenstam's got a decent holding here.
And Grönvik takes the glasses down.
Yeah.
Not
He's-
sunglasses this time, regular ones, but makes him see the jacks, and he doesn't like it, of course. Not a high-low hand.
Not a great high-low hand at all.
Lanemets.
Lanemets likes to get in there kind of wide, and he's got some lowish connectivity and a couple of suits, so why not?
What about the ever-experienced Morozovs? As we heard earlier when he was on the stream, he has a lot of cashes. I think he was second in the Latvian all-time money list, so
That's exactly
plays a
right.
lot. And has done so
event
for
9,
many years.
PLO HiLo, you have a new blind level,
What a flop here for Lanimets. He's got the nut flush draw with the 4-3 low draw. So lots of the ace-2, ace-3 kind of holdings have been completely
So 10 minutes
counterfeited.
breaks at the end of this level, and she breaks up to 500.
And he judges his hand to be
Morozov
so strong.
stays in. Small bet
Get
at
some
9k.
value.
Also Halstam.
Quite like the sizing here because it's so small that he just forces these one pair hands to continue. And he's got them kind of cooked, but that's not the ideal turn. Not really going to hit people that often in high-low though, because usually you'd see players playing the lower cards, and if they did have the side cards, it'd be sort of a king or a queen rather than 10, the 9, the 8.
Where you from?
Northern Ireland? Okay, yeah, Belfast. You're Finland? Norway?
He goes check around, and Lanimets
Greenland?
finds a king.
Wow.
It's Morozov's the high hand.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, ace-9 is actually going to be good multi-way here.
Yeah.
Who's been competing?
Finnish and Northern Ireland.
Yeah? Did you
Question
win?
is whether anyone is going to take
Yeah,
a
we
stab
have
at
a
it,
very
but it
bad
seems
team,
like it goes
Like
check
4
around
years ago,
again.
we had
So
an okay
Morozov's
team.
will be happy to see that
Yeah.
ace-9 is good enough.
No. Because we always got like 20 shots against us and had 1 shot every match, you know. But now, not so good.
And he'll be quite happy to pick that one up and
Yeah.
probably fairly surprised as well.
Yeah, probably
Finland
so.
have a good team? Or no? Just better than Northern Ireland, but not good.
So, coach is really good. Overall, better
Sorry,
than in
coach
long
is good, but the team is so.
Yeah, better. And that makes him okay. He makes so players okay.
Morozov celebrating with a sip of white wine or maybe something else. It might be this water in wine glass. We won't accuse him of anything, but yeah, nice pickup for him there. I'm probably surprised to see that he won
I actually know only one
the
guy
ace-9, but
Finnish football who was playing in UK in the Premier League and some
Which one?
don't remember his surname, but
Libya?
yeah. Liverpool. Yeah.
Lipponen played also for Barcelona. Ajax.
But it was like 20 years ago. So.
now then, Svetanov, table short stack, 4 bigs.
Yeah, not going to be going with that either.
No.
Going to be patient, wait to spin it in the big line maybe.
Ronvik, quite often active at the table, but
Yeah,
this
with
time,
the ace 10 9 5 double.
as he go.
Six days, 13,000. I went to work in Cyprus. And during the evening we were
And no one wants to compete with Lanimets.
Yeah, Lanneman's going for pot size.
Well,
Open
what
with no low. but
JJ, Josh, think of his
In
choose
Finland,
3, but then
what he
king,
was doing
queen, and 3 hearts.
Yeah, not a great holding.
He was visiting
He's facing late position
and then he have to work.
and just going to fold there with the
if you're a
tri-suit hand.
professional football player in Finland, you're not doing really well, to be honest.
But he was playing in the, let's say, Cyprus Latvian team.
Okay.
He was married to a Finnish girl.
Okay.
So I was a little bit surprised to meet him there in Cyprus selling barbecue.
What are they discussing? Wives
I
and
think
barbecue. I don't know.
Football players from Finland, I
Aha.
believe. Yeah,
Okay.
and how that the Finnish player
good right now.
Well,
with
they
the
have had a good run there.
national
Yeah.
team.
They've beaten San Marino 6-0.
Finland?
Yeah.
Okay. I think they lost to Denmark just weeks
Mm-hmm.
ago, though, but still with a chance to qualify at least.
Yeah, not bad.
As Gronvik likes the H3, King 5. And no one wants to go up against him, so he gets to fix down some blinds and ante. And Svetanov has to fold the big blind, so not many blinds left for him now. You see, he puts his
It's the most shady place to
palms to his face,
get involved.
fixes his hair, maybe for the exit interview.
Being as patient as he possibly can.
Yeah, for sure.
He's been a good addition to the table, or he was earlier. He's maybe a little bit quiet and a bit pissed off with his short stack now.
Yeah.
As you could see,
Might
and
be.
just perfectly in the background, a deep sigh.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say, how have I
It's
butchered
like he's
this one?"
almost given up already.
Mhm.
You still have a chance, Mr. Svetanov. Don't give up just yet. We will have Mikael Grönvik of Sweden first to act.
That's for sure.
Yeah, glasses go down. And folding, most likely. Lalemets with a double pair of those
He's
cards.
been driving the action a lot,
Yeah.
and does have a decent hand to do it with now. Morozov's is going to be potting
Suited
or
ace-4.
calling at least, I think. This one versus an active chip leader, I wouldn't mind some aggression, but he goes with just the call.
Your boy Josh will get out of the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Now then, Svetanov, what have we? Small blind. Oh, has to wait. And Hallenstad is out as well. So Morozovs and Lalemets. Tangle. Let's see. Find any. There's a 5 is blocked, and I think one of the other players folded a 3. So see if Lalemets can find
Wow.
still a decent flop for him with those 5s and 3s.
Second nut low, and the third nut low for Morozov's with top pair.
Yeah.
So he might just shove this in here.
Yet again, goes for a small bet. Lanemets gets Morozovs to come along. Another ace.
Yeah, action card.
Good news for Morozovs.
So it was
And
almost.
Lanemets can scoop now on a 5, a 3, or a spade.
Yep, you're
I know the 5 or the 3 actually would give Morozov's the nut low. Is that right? 5-4?
5 doesn't help him though, because
No.
then Morozov makes the boat with
That's right.
ace 5. But now they're all in, or at least Morozov is, and only 38 more for Lanemets.
Yeah, and he's got. Well, he needs some help for the high. Some kind of janky spade on the river might do the job for him, and that would actually scoop him the pot as his 5-3 is winning the low right now. Not always a chop.
Now spades.
Okay, chop it up.
Yeah, now it is chopped. It wasn't settled until the river. Oh. And it looks like we lost one player on the outer table, so down to 23.
Absolutely right.
A long way to go. As we are approaching midnight local time in Estonia. So these guys are in for a treat, I was about to say, but a long night at
Some
least.
more hours, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Or we're skipping this.
And I need to go to ugly or not so bad. This time not so bad. Professional. I can sink my brakes. Season probably. Yeah.
Anderson gets out of the way. I don't think he's played a hand on this table, has he?
No, I don't remember.
Lanemets, will he get
He's
active
going to
again?
go with the high only
Yeah.
hand again. He's just. I think he feels that people are just way too passive, so
Yeah.
he's going to just continue to do what he wants. And we've seen a couple of instances where people could have 3-bet and they've only called and then, you know, allowed him to realize his equity. So Josh here folding with the ace queen 9 deuce, which is an interesting one. He's got some high cards with a nut low. I would have maybe come in with that, but
Ronwick being a guy who likes to see a flop. We'll see if he comes along. No. Lays it down. Lanemets can pick down another set of
Yet
blinds and
another pot.
ante. And on the outer table, we have on the secondary stream, I think, still same number of people as we started with. So it's on the third table then, I guess someone has left us, makes it down to 23. Seems like on the outer table it is Igor PLO Jr. who has the most chips. At least he had when we started 10 minutes, 20 minutes ago. And yeah, his stack seems to be the biggest one still. Right now he seems to be out of his seat though. But here on the main table, Lanemets now has a good low hand as well. Low draw. Josh looking interested this time to play against him.
Run the race. 28.
Josh is going for a 3-bet, small size, 28k. Versus an active player. Might have thought he'd have gone a bit bigger, expecting his opponent not to be folding so often.
Yeah.
And last
maybe
hand he
not
had
the
ace
best of the
queen
hands,
9
but
2, and this hand he's got not with a nut draw, but with a weaker low draw as well. So interesting hand selection from Josh. It's no option but to continue here. Nut suit, nut low draw.
Yeah.
Even got the ace 5 to fall back on should the 2 get counterfeited. And Josh going to be playing a pot in position here in a 3-bet pot. 66k in the middle, 286 behind, so just over 4 pots behind. Lots of play left, and flops top 2 here on a board where he's not going to be too worried about being behind Lanemets unless he has exactly ace king 10 low card. Is going to be behind Josh for sure. And should be taking it down with any kind of bet here.
No, it's still the same.
Something around about a third, I would imagine. Looks like he wants to go
29,
24, 4.
Should be enough for Lanemets to get out. Absolutely.
Okay. 6-4.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
We get the refund.
Short stack. Svetanov is out of his seat. I think I saw him maybe on his phone in the background. Maybe ordering a cab.
Yeah, exactly. Saying I've got one more hand here. No chance I win.
Yeah.
I am ut.
Why?
Seems like we lost another player. We can see from the tournament clock.
Yeah,
It's
22 left.
now. And just now it came 21. So people are flying off the other tables, but this one is haven't lost anyone yet.
2-5.
And in 15 minutes, I think they are going on a short break.
No?
Yeah.
2-5. Yep.
See, I don't think we will get down to 2 tables before that, but shortly, not too long time before we have 2 tables. We're looking to move a player away from this table maybe to balance. As Kärpinen, another one who hasn't played much on this table, and now is the short stack as well. Folds.
In there for the long haul though, sat back in the chair looking comfortable. He's only got 9 big blinds. Someone needs to remind him.
Yeah.
Josh with the high only hand. Easy fold.
Now then,
Yeah, that's
Not
about
the
as bad
hand.
as it gets in
Yeah.
high-low.
exactly. Cab has to wait. As Hallenstam raising it up with ace deuce. No suits. Still.
Ronvik might be interested here.
Yeah.
Ace jack 8 deuce. He's got the nut low draw. He's got little bits and pieces going on for him.
Sweden versus Sweden, maybe. At least both of them are still in. And Anderson of Finland gets out. Folded an ace. And Lanemets, 8 more to stay in there.
He'll be in there. His hand does quite well versus 2 ace-x hands, which is what you're going to see quite often.
6-4.
Hoping they both flop the ace. He scoops the low, and those guys fight over the high. That's his plan.
Yeah.
3 players.
And does flop a flush draw with the gut shot, so pretty strong start for him.
Yeah.
Gromvik has the ace of diamonds with bottom 2, no low draw, and Willenstam has a gut shot with the ace 7 low draw. So see if Gromvik looks to drive some chips in here, protect his 8 deuce, but he doesn't have much to go for the low, so he might just check it back, and does.
On the turn. Neither player hits it, but some more got shots.
Yeah,
Lanemets looking to lead.
no one's really going to have jack 9 all that often, so maybe I can represent this one here with a bet.
Yeah.
Goes for half pot. Willenstam in a bit of a weird spot. He's got a double gut shot and a deuce with very weak low draw. Is going to continue, I think. Does Gromvik come along here? He's got 75% for the high right now. Not easy for him to know that.
Oh, he gets out.
So all of a sudden, it's Willenstam just with a pair of deuces actually winning the high. You don't see that often in PLO high, but both players improved to the jack 7 straight. No low available.
No, so looks like they will be a split. Because I don't think Hallenstam will fold the small straight to bet from
No.
Lanemets.
51. Call.
Big call.
Sure.
Split pot.
Same for me.
Yeah, and they're going to chop it up. Lanemets probably thought when he got called that quickly he might be up against a hand like jack 10 or jack 9, which would have been jack 8, sorry.
Yeah.
Which would have been bad news, but he does indeed get half the pot, and they chop up some of Godonvik's dead money pre-flop.
Josh back in his seat, just in time for the next hand. They're all looking at the tournament clock, and now they see that it's 20 players remaining. So I think we lost one player from this table, right? Being balanced out to the other tables.
Yeah. So 20 left, and the winners of the winner of this event, there should be only one, hopefully, unless there's some kind
It's
of
a
weird.
split pot event, but still, I don't think they're going to split the title.
Yeah, you can't split the ring, that's for sure. We'll be getting just shy of 20,000 euros with that coveted WSOP circuit ring. and also a spot in the 100k, 1 million free roll actually next year in Vegas. As Josh, who's had a couple of close shaves earlier on in the week, missing out on his ring with 3 final tables so far from around about the 9 to 10 events that he's been playing. Looking to go one better this time, opening it up from early position.
The mystery hand for us. Lanamet's playing a lot of hands, but this one,
that's a stretch too far, I imagine, and Morozov's does fold as well. "15 out of the 23 or 20 remaining players." We're always a bit late on this top right, aren't we?
Yeah.
We should mention that. 15 out of the remaining 20 players will get paid. The minimum cash will be 1,300 euros, as we mentioned, ranging all the way up to 19,150 euros for the winner. So with such a big average stack, most players around about the 190k mark on average. That's good for just under 40 big blinds. Plenty of play for these guys in a split pot format.
Stack still.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 and 5k.
Yeah, not
is
much
the
place
blinds,
for Svetanov though.
Yeah.
He's just
now
gonna
it
be
must be time.
potting it in, surely.
A little bit of a Mr. Bean look over there. And now it's go time with the ace deuce suited.
Yeah, and this is a hand that looks better than it is.
Yeah.
Got 4 low cards, but gonna struggle to win the high. Vilonvik. Just under average, but no real reason to panic. Morozov's, is he putting it in now? Looks like it. He wants to isolate the shorter stack. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Josh is out, so,
Yeah, he
so
wanted to.
all in then from Svetanov.
Wanted to maneuver Josh out of there,
effective.
so he just dealt with the short stack. And yeah, how many of 35 each is it? Plus the blind and the ante, so 80k. Makes sense.
See now who improves from this flop.
Ooh,
Oh, nice
that will
one
be
for
Morozov's.
yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty much
and
seals
that
it, right?
is GG.
Not flush.
Good game to
How low?
Svetanov. Unfortunately, didn't get anything going.
No, didn't.
Maybe there's a Mr. Bean convention for him around the corner.
Might be.
Jumped straight into and
Now
do
down
some
to
mining.
19 then. Should be on 19 players as Teresa Nusiainen, our main tournament director, is pushing share in
The next redraw is just final table.
the background.
Just redraw final line. Okay.
We got that confirmed as well. The question to Teresa was whether the next redraw is first when we reach the final table, and that's correct. So until then we will just be balancing the tables. And now being only 6 players on this one,
yeah.
19 left total.
Good spot for our chip leader to maybe steal some more chips. He's
Yeah.
been in just about every pot possible, really. Gronvik with the trademark look down at the cards, remember he needs to use his glasses, and then puts them down and then has a look.
Yeah, consistent at least.
He is.
Ace deuce, Anderson from Finland, racing it. One of the rare times that he's playing a hand.
Yep, but he's playing a
Waiting for
decent
that
one.
Ace deuce.
Josh here, not so much to work with really. 3 clubs, disconnected, and doesn't have a particularly strong low draw, so he's out.
Balance down then. Kings look better than they are because this is high-low. So
Yeah, unfortunately he's playing for half the pot, isn't he? And
Yeah.
he is behind a hand like this in terms of equity. So I think we'll just see him fold. It is quite tempting to defend though, try and get a high board and then ram it in, but versus a pot You've got to be worried about aces as well from the hijack,
exactly.
because that's a hand that
Totally
will,
blocked. Yeah.
will be in there.
Lazy down. So small pot for Anderson. As we are 5 minutes away from the next break, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so as well. It's kind of strange how it's worked out. There's going to be 2 breaks in quick succession, but
Yeah.
only 20-minute breaks is so far today, isn't it? So it's
Yeah, I think
really,
so, yeah.
really getting through it.
Absolutely. This is our 6th feature table player. Estonia up front with Lanemets.
Yeah, he's been bossing it so far. It looks like he's quite a confident PLO 8 player. Just seems to navigate better than most in most situations, and is comfortable playing a wider range, which usually is the hallmark sign of a good player. Hasn't really been kind of seen a lot of players just kind of coming along for the ride, you know, calling, trying to make some nutted hand and then betting, but he's been sort of driving it with semi-bluffs and with some creativity, which is good to see.
Morozov makes it 11 to go, and seems like Josh is interested. I see neither of these hands. And
Yeah.
no, Josh gets out. Allenstam counting out
Might
chips
need
for
a
a call.
new deck, mightn't we, to get these cards read so we can see what these guys are up to.
Yeah,
Allenstam going to call. He's got a nut suit and some low playability with the ace-4, and Glonvik has
that's mining.
a bag of spanners, really. He needs some kind of jack 3-3. That will put him in good stead, and maybe Morozov has the 3, gets paid. Let's see how it develops.
Low cards.
Ooh, not bad for Allenstam. He's got a double gut shot.
Yeah.
7 or a 3 gives him a straight, and he's also got the second nut low. So
Actually, just break in 2 minutes. I'll have a green tea.
Oh, Gronvik's going to get involved.
meanwhile, Josh out loudly ordering a green tea, but I bet he's whispering, "Fine, fine." Trying to look professional.
Going for the bluff.
Yeah.
The stream bluff.
The stream bluff.
As Gronvik is also out with a bluff. Almost. And
Yeah.
yeah, Allenstam calls. There's
And
the ace.
That will be the hand almost locked. Not sure what Gronvik is up to here, to be honest. He's got a deuce. He's got no low, and it's come 3 low cards. So what's the plan here, Mr. Swede?
Gives up the plan, maybe.
And that's a 3, so the board just completely locked for the low for Allenstam. You can't get a better low than the wheel, and he's also got a straight, so that should be that for Gronvik's devilish intentions on taking this one down.
Exactly. Goes check, check. So no more for Allenstam. Trying to trap Gronvik into betting again, but
Yeah.
doesn't fall for it. But
Didn't get a
full
customer.
pot to Allenstam then. Battle of the Swedes.
Absolutely, and nutty for Mr. Allenstam.
Yeah.
With the wheel, doesn't get much better than that in high-low, because you're always going to have a chance at winning the high as well. And you've got the low absolutely locked up.
Yeah, for sure.
So we are 19 left. Is the top right counter still correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, nice. So 19 left, and 4 of these guys unfortunately will not be making that min cash of 1,300 euros.
Yeah.
But the 15 out of the 19 will be, and one of these guys will be walking away with a shade under 20,000 euros for top place. Expect this to go on quite long into the night, so if you are supporting a friend or a family member, get the coffee on
Exactly.
and cozy yourself up, because we're in for a long old ride here.
Exactly. So yeah, now it's Lanemets again.
Yeah,
The ace deuce.
Back once again with a strong
The
hand.
ace as well. See, this is the last hand before the break as well. So
Attention
Morozov
players and dealers on the event
confirms
9
that and
PLO
goes
HiLo.
off to the break.
After this, and you're on a 10-minute breaks, and we're gonna do the chip race of 500 chips.
A quick break.
10-minute
10
breaks
minutes
and
is
chip race
coming
of
up.
500.
Yep. Josh.
Looks interested.
He does. Well, he's going to pot.
Oh,
Let's see how much discipline Lanimets has got versus
Yeah.
this strategy.
So
'Cause
that's
this
the
could
ace-deuce.
be a huge pot between these two guys, both having huge chip stacks at this stage.
1 week.
And I'm not
Blocking
sure.
a lot of low cards.
I'm not sure what the strategy is, because in pot PLO 4, this hand would be deemed too disconnected to continue. But here he's got the nut low component, so he might continue here. But
All
I
six.
guess he can always fall back on the 7 low as well if his deuce gets counterfeited, which would give him a pair. So there is some options here.
We don't see the hand of Josh, so we'll see what
Ooh.
Lanimets finds in this one. Not
Pretty
the-
darn good,
Yeah,
right? Nut low
absolutely.
with the gut shot and also top pair. Josh still can't see his cards. Would be handy in a big 3-bet pot
Yeah.
to see what he's up
Assume
to.
that he has an ace deuce as well, but
Yeah, maybe with aces and having a big equity advantage.
One bet. 55.
And Lanimets doesn't want to raise just in case. You know, he's got the low, but his high could easily be dominated by Josh here, and the jack doesn't help him. So Lanimets could easily be getting quartered here by a lot of Josh's range, I imagine. Some kind of overpair with the ace deuce.
yeah, it's already 188k in the middle.
Yeah.
So see if Josh continues to build the pot.
Oh,
Now
he
it
goes for a check.
behind.
Okay, interesting. Wasn't thinking he'd do that. My guess is that Josh has got a hand like ace ace 4 now. That's where I'd put him at.
Yeah. Lanimets now betting the
Yeah.
nut low, but doesn't have much for the high. You'd expect Josh to call and at least guess half.
And I guess he's going for thin value now, thinking that the 7 could be good, and then Josh calls with the ace 2.
Yeah.
180.
Josh.
Asking how much pot is. How
Josh.
much was in the pot already.
So Josh thinking maybe with my ace 2 I could now make some kind of play at it.
Yeah.
You don't want to put your opponent in a spot where he feels he's only calling for half or a quarter of the pot. So Josh does just call, and he's going to be ace ace deuce.
Aces, yeah, just as
so
you
he's-
said. So
he's
three
got it.
quarters
Three
for
quarters
Josh.
for Josh. Yeah, lovely.
Nice pot. Big one.
Surprised he didn't bet the turn there.
Yeah.
Very surprised, actually.
There you have it. So yeah, we're gonna chop this pot up. Not equally though. It's gonna be 75% to Josh, and then we're off to the break. So,
Yep, so we might as
we'll
well
be
take
back
that
with
one
you in
now.
just, I think, over 10 minutes.